Welcome to Python 3 programming language. These nodes are created using version 3.4.3. Python is a very powerful object-oriented scripting language for modern applications. It's a data scientist's favorite language, programming language. These nodes that I'm going to share with you are inspired by www.python.org site and various other references quoted in this document. And Python is a modern object-oriented programming language that has evolved into a very powerful language for a variety of uses, from simple scripts to complex web applications. In these lectures, I will show you how to use Python and how to use various concepts that are unique and powerful with examples, and show you how the codes are constructed and run. Now that you have learned our language that has provided you some experience in a modern language, programming language, you can learn Python quickly, which is already considered to be a language, an easy language. Okay, Python is considered to be an easy language that one can learn and apply. Considered to be an easy language. Okay, Python has become the scripting language of choice for not only beginners in programming language, but also for many organizations, including Google, Yahoo, IBM. More detailed collection of variety of successful applications of Python as programming platform is available in this link in the python.org/about/success. And I have a picture here to show you that this is what is called a Raspberry Pi system, which is similar to a system that you have seen in terms of laptop or desktop just a year or so back. This is a quad core system, and it has all the things that you have seen and applied, used in your desktop just a year or two. So the miniaturization of this miniaturization of computing platform, the choice programming language that is used in this kind of platform is really Python, for example. And also the Internet of Things. It is predicted that Internet of Things is going to be more and more using Python language. And furthermore, as I said earlier, that data scientists love this because it's an easy language to learn and apply, object-oriented languages, and it is also extremely powerful for the modern platforms such as web and mobile. So besides web mobile, now it is also going to, it is predicted that it's also going to be a dominating player in Internet of Things. So you have all the good reasons to learn this important language, and here we go. We'll go through some basic examples as a start, and then on how to create well-designed scripts. Oh, this is a scripting language. Python is a scripting language. By that, what I mean is you don't have to compile the program and run the program. Okay, as you write line by line, it is each line is executable, and it gets, without compiling, it just executes line by line as you type and submit them. Okay, that's why it's called a scripting language, and the scripts can also be submitted into a batch file instead of line by line. It could be a file can be sourced or run using a certain specific command in Python. We will see all those things. So in this section, what I'm going to do is now I will share with you some quick start examples, how to create functions and how to access them. Examples of Python's built-in objects and classes, how are classes and modules defined and differentiated, and also how to create objects which are the basis of creating complex applications, and how to work with loops and iterators. Also, how to apply conditional expressions and branches, looping, commonly called looping. Working with sequences, sequence generators, reuse codes with objects and libraries, and handling errors with exceptions, and also finally some regular expressions. Okay, so how are we doing? How are you doing, Venkash? Okay. Any questions you have? Any administrative questions or anything? Any words that I used, doesn't make sense, or you would like some more explanation? Cool. Okay, let's take a simple example. I'm going to talk to you about how to write a simple function. Some functions are very fundamental in any language, and Python is no exception. Any core extensible programming is defined using functions. You can extend the programming language with the existing core functionalities and functions. If you want to extend that, you need to define your own function. That's what we are going to do now as an example. Okay. I'll walk you through 5 examples. The first one is about a simple function that prints out Fibonacci numbers. Fibonacci numbers are numbers which are sum of the previous 2 numbers. So you start with 0 and 1, and then the third number, the first number is 0, second number is 1, third number is 0 plus 1, which is 1 again. Okay, so first number is in this series, first number is 0, second number is 1, third number is 1, right? So what is the fourth number? You want to type there? It is the previous 2 always, right? So 1 plus 1. Do you get it? So it becomes the fourth number is 2. Do you get it? Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to write here what is the Fibonacci number. So sum of previous 2 numbers. And it starts with 0 and 1. Get it? And comments in Python are, comes out with a hash symbol. Okay. So what I'm saying, a function is always defined as def, define, which is the first 3 characters, define, def, and then the function name. In this case, I'm calling it as FIB, Fibonacci numbers, FIB, up to n, up to integer n. That's the function I'm defining. So this function will find out all the Fibonacci numbers. So Fibonacci numbers up to n. Okay, that's what this function is defined. So for example, in this case, how many numbers you have? Fibonacci numbers you have 1, 0, for 10. Let's just put 10, 0, 1, and then 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 2 plus 3 is 5. Are you with me? 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. So I said only up to 10 are the Fibonacci numbers. I'll come 1 minute, please. Fibonacci numbers up to 10. Do you understand what is meant by what I said? I'm finding Fibonacci numbers up to 10. Do you understand that part? Do you understand up to that part? That I defined the Fibonacci numbers up to 10. Okay? Do you understand that? That is 0, 1, 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. It is up to that number. The n refers to up to the, you are trying to generate the Fibonacci up to a given number. You specify that number when you call the Fibonacci function. Okay. So you will see that, for example, when I apply it here, like 987, no, that is not the 987 is not the n. 987 is 1000. The input that you give, input parameter you give for the function to generate up to that number. So as soon as it surpasses that, it will break out of the function. So the conditional loop will exit from the looping, continuous looping, the moment it reaches that limit. Yeah, you can call it as limit point. Okay. It's not, n is not 987. The limit point is 1000. Do you agree? Yes. I call it as parameter up to n. Parameter up to n. Okay. So let's write this function. So very interesting point. Some of the interesting points about Python is that the moment you write this line, the block of statements are defined by colon. The moment you put colon, it is similar to double parenthesis in some other languages like this. Do you get it? So automatically double colon creates automatically colon, this is colon. The moment you put colon, all the things that come after that is like within double parenthesis like this. Okay. We don't have to do that. It automatically defines it. That, there are a lot of simplifying things here. Um, the other thing is that the editor will automatically give you three spaces for you to continue. Okay, so that readability is excellent in Python. Do you understand? So we talked about double colon. When you put it, it creates a block of codes. And second point is, these are all specific to Python. Second point is, the moment the block of code starts, it always skips it skips a double parenthesis, right? And also it skips four. Sometimes they say three, sometimes they say four, but I think it is. We will check it out in a moment, because I'm going to start with an editor. Okay, so 4 points, 4 characters it will skip, and then it will start there. Okay, when you how do we know the program ends, the block of the codes are ending? When you do an empty line, when you do an empty line, when you do an empty line, you enter and then you say double enter, a last line is with empty, then it becomes the end of the block of lines. So it knows this end of double parenthesis. Do you agree? Do you understand? I think it is 4 parentheses. We are going to check it out. Okay, one moment on that one. How many spaces? Right? I think the copy and paste, I think it came out to be something like that. But I'm going to show it to you. So I have an editor that I'm going to share with you. How do I open the editor in Windows 8? Windows 8, just go search Python. I already installed Python 3.4. Okay, I'm going to call in. But now I want to show it to you. Before I call that the IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment, I'm going to show you how to install Python 3.4. Are you with me? Yeah, okay. So let's do that first. So what do? I go to the python.org. Do you see this? Python.org. And then I go to download. When I highlight download, Python 3.4.3 for Windows automatically comes. You see that? And then click on that. It will automatically install Python 3.4. That's all. Very simple. Okay, you click on it and then you say run. It will run automatically installed. It installs Python 3.4. Are you with me? You don't have to save. Okay, cool. So I'm going to cancel it because I already installed it. Okay. So now I want to call that function. I want to call that. Right. So what do? Search Python. What am I trying to do? I said this is the IDE. They call it as IDLE also. Integrated Development Learning Environment. Okay. Development and Learning Environment. So I'm opening up the Python 3.4.3. This is the integrated learning IDLE. Okay, so this is what we use. The commands are typed as the triple at the triple arrows, and then the output will come. A simple command I'm going to give is print welcome. Let's say, okay. How about that? Print welcome. Do you see that? It said welcome. So the outputs are coming. Without these triple arrows, right? And then the commands are at the triple arrows. Very simple environment. There are more powerful, more advanced, more sophisticated environments are also available, but we are going to use this one for learning purposes. Are you with me? Okay, cool, very good. So now let's stay there, and I'm going to close this one. I don't need this for now, and I'm going to work with you with these notes in this Word document and with this IDLE. Okay. So let's try to do the same thing I told you, right? Because I want to show you how many spaces it takes to come to the next statement, right? I said here 3, right? I think it's 4. Let's see. So I'm going to define. We talked about it. Define DEF gives DEF tells that it is what I'm going to type is a function, and this function comes with a parameter n. That means find out Fibonacci numbers until parameter n. That's what it is, right? And I'm going to say double colon. When I enter, the system knows that it is whatever is coming rest of the time after this colon. They're all a collection of blocks scripting statements. So so let's do that. When I did that, you see how many spaces it gave. This is one, right? This is two, this is three, this is four. Actually it took four. Do you agree? It came here. Do you agree? Yes, cool. So let's type A comma B. This is a very interesting, funny statement, right? You never saw this before in your life, I'm sure, in any language. You can assign values as a vector. You assign values as A equal to 0. In other language, you will do like this, right? A equal to 0, B equal to 0, like that, or B equal to 1, right? That's how you will do. But here, you can assign both of them, A comma B equal to 0 comma 1. Get it? All right. Now I enter. So that's the first statement in the function within the double parenthesis, right? Second line is while. It's a loop. Because you know about all those things, while, for, loops based on our language. I'm going to go on a fast track here, introducing Python. Okay. While, so A is assigned to 0 exactly. Yes, you're right. Okay. So you can assign a vector on the left to the right side values. It's called vector assignment, right? That is possible only in different values, right? As far as I know, you know any language which can assign this like this in a vector way? Any language do you know which assigns like this vector wise assignment? Can you, I'm saying A is equal to in one sentence. In one sentence, do you know any language where you assign a vector values? Okay, so that's what it is. So while A is less than n, you know what is a while statement. That means as long as this condition is true, as long as A, what is A? A is 0, right? But if n is 1000, A is less than, that is 0 is less than 1000, right? So that means it is true. While this statement is true, A is less than n, we are going to do a block of statement execution. Do you understand what I'm saying? Double colon, I'm putting double colon. So internally you have a block of statement. See, you see where it went this time? It went more than that, more than 3, because I think it did a double. No, 2 times it took a tab. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say print. First, I want to print A. What is this print? I want to see, manually I want to have a look at it. All right. I want to print that and see. And then additionally, what am I going to get? I'm going to reassign A comma B to be B comma A plus B. In other words, A becomes B and then B becomes A plus B. Because see here, first is A, this is B, right? Now you want the next time in the next value, when you find out this, you want this to become A and this to become the previous two values. Do you agree? I'm sorry, you asked me some question. Can you repeat that question? You asked me a question. Go ahead, repeat that question, please. Sure. Python 3.4.3 shall automatically fix spaces. Yes, it does. Okay. So, but I want to tell you why I am doing this. I'm going to explain this to you why I'm doing. A comma B is replaced by B comma A plus B. Why is that? Because you see here, 0 is first Fibonacci number, 1 is next Fibonacci number. Okay, first two are defined. Third one is the previous two numbers I said, right? Yeah. So I have to, when I come here, so that this iteration can continue, I have to set this to be A and this to be previous two numbers. Now when I do this, I have to set this to be A, this to be previous two numbers. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, because that's how the iterations can continue. The loop can continue. Okay, that's why I have assigned this way. This is a important logic. Why I assigned A to be B and B to be A plus B. Okay, that's all. As long as it is happening, you will keep you will keep getting newer and newer Fibonacci numbers. But then you need to somewhere you need to stop that, and that's what this condition is. As long as a is less than that number n initialization, I'm coming there. I will come there. As long as that a is less than n, this loop you will be executing it. Okay. I don't need to have that one. Let's say what happens. Okay, if I don't have it, print a. Okay, and then I say print a space. That's what it means. I don't have any comment there. When I put this one, just printing a space. Okay, but here I print a. Okay, now let's say, and then so now I have an empty statement here. I don't have anything else, so this will end, right? And actually, second time when I did, automatically it ended this also. You agree? When there was an empty statement, it ended, and then I entered again. There is already empty statement. Any empty statement ends the double the previous start of the double parenthesis, previous start of the block of statements. And when I entered it again, it became so empty statement itself ends the double parenthesis, and then I entered again, so it ended this also, so it finished the function. Are you with me so far? That's a kind of somewhat confusing statement what I made. Okay, what does print? It simply says nothing. It will just skip the line. Okay, let's check it out. So now the function is defined internally. It is there in the system. Can I call that number with let's say 10 maybe, and then I can do any number I can do. Let's try what happens. Are you ready? Okay, you see this one? It printed exactly what I was, accumulating here 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Because n is 10, as long as n is 10, it will execute this. But the moment n reaches to a reaches to 10 or above, it will break out of this function. Okay, that's what happened here. Up to 10, right? Yeah, up to 10. Now you ask the question, what is the benefit of n equal to space? Okay, when I do the, I have to redefine the function now. Okay, let's do this one more time. That's fine. Let's do this one more time. Fib n, syntax error, define fib n. Oh, because I didn't put the double quote. Okay, do you agree? When I do this, I have to do this. Now I am redefining this a comma b equal to 0 comma 1 while a is less than n colon print a comma end equal to s empty string. Okay, a comma b equal to a comma b comma a plus b. Okay, and then I say print empty. When if I don't put empty, what happens? See, you won't get these breaks here. That's all to it. Okay, that's very simple, right? If you don't put this line, then you won't get this. You will see that. We will check that one also now. Two things we are going to check. What is the benefit of end and so on. Okay. So let's do fib. Are you with me so far? I'm going to do the same thing in fib n. You see, what happened was two things happened, right? The end is, this is the end of that statement. That is, if you do that, then it will put an enter. That means it comes back to the next line. Okay, you get it? Cool. Okay. So now let's call this fib 1000. What will happen now? It will create Fibonacci numbers up to 1000. Boom. So the last one is 987. It didn't go beyond that, right? That's what it is in the notes also. So these are all called Fibonacci numbers. Just a simple way of helping you understand what is meant by function, how to write function, what happens in the editor, what is meant by how the block of codes are interpreted by Python editor. Not just in this editor. That's how the scripts are written in Python. Okay. What is the meaning of what is the meaning of colon, and then what is the meaning of while function, and what is the meaning of print, and then the very unique functionality in Python, that is a vector assignment of values. All these things you learned in this one simple example. Are you with me? Yeah, define functions. Yes, define function. Define a function. That's what it means. Def. Okay. All right. Now let's go to the second one. I'm going to second example. I'm going to go through. I'll go through some 4 or 5 examples so that you understand some basics. And because you already know our language, we will go through this what is called accelerated process of learning the Python language. Python is already an easy language, easier language to learn and apply. And now because you learned R, it becomes much easier. You learn Python in 1 day, believe me. Okay. Now let's take this example. Python is very famous because of very compound, complex data types that Python can handle. R also can handle that, but one big advantage about Python is that no, it can handle millions of operations very easily. R will be a tough one. Okay, R will struggle with millions of operations. Unfortunately, I like R, but then I have to tell you that. But the downside of Python is that compared to R is that no, we don't have that many packages like what R has it. Okay. However, still Python is very powerful to manage text files, to do text analytics. Phenomenal language for text analytics. For writing big data data management. For writing, usually big data management is done through Java, but I'm talking about the MapReduce part of it. Python can do a phenomenal job because there is a function, actually MapReduce function available there. Okay, so you will see a lot of compound data types and then complex data types that can be handled by Python, and especially text analysis, text management is text document management, and all these disparate data sets. Like we are talking about big data concepts, um, unstructured data like voice, text, video, pictures, all those things can be handled very nicely by Python. Okay, because that's why it's called a modern language. And also the mobile systems, networks, all the things Python can handle very nicely. So we'll see some of this at the introductory level in this course. So I'm going to introduce what is meant by list here. List, list in our language, which is a diverse collection of objects. Okay, diverse collection of data types actually in R, and that is true here also. But we are going to take a very simple list, and list both in R and in Python always starts with square brackets. Remember that. Do you recall that one? I'm not sure you remember, but I'm recalling that. Okay, are you with me? Yeah. So let's call this fruits to be a list of items here. Banana, all string items. Okay, these are called string items. Okay, banana, apple, lime. So what I'm going to make is a quick create a quick object which updates these fruits into all upper cases. Okay, and I call that as a loud fruits. Why do I call objects? Everything in Python is object. See, everything in R is a function. Like that, everything in Python is an object. You'll see why I say that. Everything as a properties that you can call by using the dot function. Okay, dot property, the dot functionality, not functionality. Okay? All right, so I call that as loud fruits. Again, this example was taken from python.org. What we are doing is that within the list, we are going to do some operations for each members. Okay, and each member is what is loud fruit. That's just another variable name. Actually, you can call it as list, not variable name, list. Can I do that? Ignore all. Okay, it's just a. I'm sorry. One moment. I want to undo. I want to remove that ignore once. Okay, so it is just a list. Again, loud fruits is a list. Okay, it's a list created from the list fruits. Created from the list fruits. Agree? Why do I say it's a list? Because it has double. It's an easy way of one easier way of understanding is this. The container is starts with the square bracket, ends with square bracket. Get it? Loud fruits is just uppercase. That's why sometimes loud is called. People colloquially use loud means uppercase. Using up, don't use loud. Don't we'll talk in chats sometimes. Hey, you are too loud. That means you are using uppercases. That means you are trying to get the attention. Okay. So anyway, it's a colloquial word. So what I'm doing is the fruits is the list, and within that list I'm going to operate. What am I going to do? A function called upper. I'm going to make upper all the character in the string. I'm going to make it as upper. Yes, this is user defined right now. Okay. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to create members. I'm going to work on the fruits, members in the fruits, in the list fruits, and I'm going to each member I'm going to call them as fruit. For fruit, for is a looping function, right? Looping operator. For fruit in fruits, that means for members in fruits, do this. What do I do? Fruit dot upper. That is, I said I select one member. That is what fruit means. That fruit, I'm going to operate with the upper function. Dot upper. Are you with me so far? A member in the fruits, for fruit in fruits. I'm going to apply for fruit, right? So that's why I have to do fruit is a member of the fruits. For is the active function here, looping function for each member of what is the member name? Fruit. Okay, where the member name is coming from the list of fruits. In is an operator, for is an operator. Okay, and what am I doing? I'm applying the upper function. Always you do the upper object. Actually you are creating a new object. Like fruit is a banana, yes. Another fruit is apple, another fruit is lime. Okay. So do you understand this? This is what I'm trying to create a new object, right? For fruit in fruits. The fruit refers to each one of them separately. Okay. And when I created that, it's a function. It is already created. The function applied in for each members. Now I try to print that, and you will see this one. It really made every one of them uppercase. Let's try to do it here. How about that? Okay. So fruits equal to square bracket banana, apple, lime. So this is a list. I want you to buy into that. Words. Fruits is a list. Okay. If I can call fruits very easily. Yeah. Very easily. Can you see? Very easy to print, right? Just call that variable, it prints everything. Are you with me so far? Now what I want to do is, we don't want to call it loud print. Okay. Uppercase. I don't want to use the word upper fruits maybe. Okay. If you don't want that, upper fruits. That means uppercase fruits. Okay. Equal to, I'm going to do a function. I'm going to build a function which is based on an object type. Fruit dot upper. Okay. That's a function. When I put this one, it's a function. Do you see that? When I put a single parenthesis, it becomes a function. Right? There is an error here. I clean it up. But what is that function is doing? It takes each fruit, for each fruit, it in fruits, okay, it is applying the functionality upper. Are you with me? Okay, enter. Everything is cool because it didn't give me any error. Okay, now I want to see what it is. Upper underscore fruits. It's going to print what? It will print this particular list, but it with the function applied. Oh, something has happened. I didn't do it. I think something has happened. It erased it. I have to redefine this upper fruit, okay? Because I didn't apply the function for. I have to say fruit dot upper right parenthesis, right left parenthesis. It's missing right now. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm going to redo it. Are you with me? Fruit dot upper. That's a function I'm applying. How do I know it's a function? Because I have single parenthesis, and I end that for each member each member of fruits. So far so good. Now it accepted that. Now I just want to print upper fruits, right? Are you with me? Oh, print is not typed correctly. Are you with me? Enter, you get all of the uppercase. Are you with me so far? By pressing the enter return key, does it move to next line or finish the coding? By pressing enter, it finishes the coding. Okay, but if the parenthesis is not complete, or if the comment is not complete, it will give more space to type. Okay. Now I said it's a list, right? The list has two ways to identify. Okay, one is the position. List has a position. Remember that. Okay, list has a position in Python. In or also it has a position. Okay, and it in R it starts with 1, but in Python it starts with 0. An index always starts in Python as 0. Starting point is 0. Can you give me an example of another language which starts with 0 index? How about Java? Yes, C++. How about Java? Java also, right? And Python too. So I can access the members of upper fruits or fruits either by the positional statement or by the name. Okay, but before that you have to believe that that position statement is assigned with each one of the items. So let's enumerate. I mean, there is a function called enumerate. It just lists them. That's all. Just list. That's what it is. Okay, enumerate fruits. Let's just do fruits with fruits. List is it's a function. It's a function. Okay, it's an available function. It just lists what is there inside in any container. See, the container here is the fruits, but I'm asking for an enumeration of the fruits, and that is called by another function list. Okay, so 0 is assigned to banana, 1 is assigned to apple, 2 is assigned to lime. So again, it's a simple property about, suppose I put only enumerate, what happens? Enumerate, it still needs to bring it out. The list is just a way of printing it out, showing it out in the screen. So list is very important in that sense. I can do this way, but the thing is that it doesn't give me the position statement. That's the only difference. In order to get the position statement, you have to do the list enumerate fruits. Are you with me? I have to do double right parenthesis. Okay, that's how it ends. And the important point here is that the position starts with 0. And this is one way of identifying your assignment of members in the item, members in the list with their position statement. Okay. Python is also like R. Python is also a calculator. You can use it like for example, 2 plus 3, 5. Right? You can do 2 power 3. Oh, 2 power 3. It's star 3. Let's see. You have to use not like your Excel. You have to use double star is power function. Okay, 2 power 3 is 8. Do you agree? So that's what you see here, and I want to show you something very interesting here. Okay, let's see what happens if I do 17 over 3. It keeps giving 5.666666 and then 7. Okay, and if you want the round, if you round it, 17 over 3, what do you expect? 6, right? No, I'm going to, that is a function. See, because it's 5.6, right? When you round it, it becomes 6. It should become 6. Okay. But if you want 5, even though it is above 5.5, there is a function, there is a method to get, that is called floor division, and very simple operation. This will give you that. You see this? Are you with me? All right. So, and I want to recall again the statement that because you learned R, you should be able to pick up Python very quickly, and we are going to go quickly, okay? And beginners find this clean syntax and indentation structure easy to learn. So let's take some more example, okay? So I'm going to say Python. This you already know. We saw a print statement, but let's do a little bit more, okay? Hello, I am Python, right? But if you want the system to learn from you what the name is, you have to use a function called input. Then you can send the input from the keyboard. Are you with me? Okay. So if I do this, it is asking what's your name, and that will get stored in the variable name. Okay. Say I say Sam. It included that. Now I want to use the word Sam in the print statement. So Sam is a variable. I want that to go into the print statement so that it becomes a lot more personal. So if I want to do that, then there is a way to do that. What I'm saying is it's a string that I'm going to use. So it is similar to C++, okay? But here it is percent string dot. So that tells me what that format is. For what? The format for what I'm going to write next. For the variable name, read it as a string and then print it. Hi, Sam. It should come like that. Okay, what's your name? And then um, uh, see, let's see what happens. Okay, are you with me so far? So I am using a parameter value name into a print statement so that this becomes a very valuable personalized statement. Right? Okay. You know why? I'm going to tell you. There is no comma here. Do you see that? I shouldn't put a comma there. Are you with me? Okay. I do this all the time. I make this mistake. Percent name. It can be closer also. Oh, not closer. Maybe I don't know. Okay. Print I percent yes. This time, if it gives me error, oh, you know why? Because double quote, single quote got mixed up. Do you agree? Okay, let's try this time. Name is stored with Sam. Hi Sam. Do you see this? So this is a way of using print command with the parameter values. Okay. So if you want to know more about it, see, it gives you all these things. Okay. Print value, separators, percentage S is linked to yes, exactly. It's a formatting. It says format this string. Format what is coming from name as a string. Okay. You will see very interestingly, Python quickly learns whether something is a string or number. Okay, automatically it learns. So you have to give the proper information for print to accomplish correctly how the system should interpret it. Okay, are you with me? Okay, now let's go to next example. Next example, Python knows the usual control flow statements that other languages speak. For example, if, for, while. What do you use for numbers? Oh, I'm coming there. Okay, you can use F, for example, floating point or integer. Okay, I'm going to show those things. If, for, while, and range, these things control flow. This usual control statement it understands very well. Okay, with some of its own twists. Okay, we will see what they are. Okay, we will as we do more, we will learn some of the questions you asked earlier. Or is that okay? All right. So let's call numbers equal to, I'm going to create a list. Okay. Do you see this? I created a list. Numbers is a list. So now for the members of the numbers, I'm going to do some function creation. Okay. Or an output, not necessarily a function, but an output through a loop. Okay. So I create product is a new variable. I will start with 1. Okay. 1. And then I create for number in numbers. Okay. For number in numbers, I'm going to do a collection of work, right? Collection of statements. So I put colon. Okay. And then it comes back with this tabbed line, and then I say product. One moment, okay. I'm going to stop for a while, just for a while. Okay, one moment, please. I'm going to stop this. For product, so for number in numbers, product equal to product, whatever you have previous number times the number. Are you with me? So what it means is it is going through a loop, multiplying each number. Are you with me? Yeah, okay. Again, I enter. And then if I do one more enter, this will be broken. That is, the loop will be broken. Okay. Right. And product will be a new variable that has already created the output for the members of the numbers. Are you with me? Okay. Now I just have to print product to get what the value is. Print the product is. It's a statement. The product is colon comma product. See, it automatically knows it's a number, so accordingly it prints it as a number. Okay? All right. So one moment, I do need to stop here so that there's some administrative function can happen. One moment, I don't know how to do the stopping. Okay. One moment. All right. So you can even create some things on the fly, and then you can print. This automatically takes care of it, number versus string. I want to talk a little bit about double quotes and single quotes because we use the quotes a single quote here. Okay. And then we will also talk about what we learned so far and what we are going to do further. Okay. So single quotes are useful when you have a non-technical narrative text in your application because they allow you to use double quotes in a more natural way. So you can use double quotes inside single quotes. That's all we are saying. Okay. Single quotes help you are useful when you have a non-technical narrative. For example, this is a non-technical. It's awesome, is said, right? So we really want it's awesome, is said. But then within that, there is a double quote. It's awesome. Okay. So single quote, it starts and it ends with single quotes, and then within that there is a double quote parts. Again, there is a single quote here. If you want to continue that this should not be considered as a completion of this quote. Are you with me? Then you have to do an escape character. It's a beautiful, simple example, right? Single quote, double quotes used inside, and then there is also escape character. It prints, it's awesome, is said. Yes, exactly. It will print. On the other side, the single quote character is also used in a few occasions in the English language, like this. Okay, you can do this way too. It starts double quotes starts and ends here, right? It starts here and ends here. But then within that there is another double quote, and then now you don't need to worry about single quote here, but you have to worry about in this place and in this place that you should ignore. That's why the escape characters are used. Are you with me? Very good, very good. It's very important to understand this, okay? So what did we do so far? We defined what is meant by a function and called it and used that function. We talked about loops. We talked about strings. We talked about list. We talked about print. How to use print with variable values called in. How to capture data through input statement and vector assignment. All these things we learned. Are you with me so far? Okay, now I want to show you how to submit a batch script, a collection of scripts in a batch file. Okay, so we can use any text editor. I use usually a notepad and then save the file as .py. For example, I saved a file. For example, I'm going to show you because I know where Python is stored. It is stored in C. Python 3.4 is stored here, and I stored a test1 py file here. You see this one? Hello Pythonista, how are you today? So if I do this, what will it do? What will happen here? If I do here, what will happen? It is just going to repeat that sentence, right? That's what happened, right? But I can do the same thing just as it's a very silly example because only one line, but that's not the purpose why we write. I can submit this also and it will come out to be same as this, okay? I don't want to do that, but let's do this. But if I want to do that, very important thing is now I have to go to the command screen, CMD screen, and submit test1.py. Okay. Command screen, you know what I mean by command screen, right? So for example, CMD, you know what is CMD. In this screen, I have to submit the file. Okay. Let's try this one. I have to do Python. Are you with me so far? Python 3.4 test1.py. Let's see what happens. It didn't execute because it has to be in that folder. Okay. You can go to the directory. See, that's what it is. After it is done, after you edit the file, go to the directory, this directory, and then you run the program. So I have to go to C colon Python 3.4. Okay, now if I do Python 3.4 3.4 version test1.py, oh, it still didn't work. Why? Because I think maybe because test1.py command screen and then submit. It did work last time. Okay, Python, not 3.4. Okay, see, folder is 3.4, Python 3.4, but not to call the Python language. Are you with me? Do you understand what the problem was? Okay. Are you with me? Okay. Now, that's a silly example, one line. That's not the reason why you submit a batch, right? Let's go to the Python test 2. I don't know what it is. I'm going to just check it out. It just printed that program. I wrote the program Fibonacci number and then submitting it in the batch way. It's the same program, Fib 1000 program. Let's see that. I will show you. Same program. You see this? Oh, it not only printed. Can we create PY code in CMD? I think editor. The CMD has an editor. You can do it if you want, but I don't like to do it. For example, let's say edit test 3.py. Okay, let's try that one. See, there is an editor. Sometimes it's available, but not. I don't have it right now. Okay, I don't have it here. So that's why I need a text editor. Go there and save it there. Are you with me? Hello? Yes. Okay. So that's how you run a. That's how you run a. You submit a batch file. Okay. So this is our first session. How is it looking like? Any questions? In the following, we will expand on these and introduce other concepts such as classes and objects in Python in more detail. Okay, that's my game. That's my purpose. All right. I'm going to stop here and then we will start the next session in the next class. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.